Hello everyone, in today's lesson we're going to review the subjunctive mood. This is the first video in a series of 3, so let's begin. So in this first series of the subjunctive mood, we are going to talk about when we use the subjunctive to express wish, emotions, to give recommendations. Also with impersonal expressions, to express doubt or denial, and with the expression ojalá. This is better remembered as the weirdo use. So let's take a look at this first sentence in English. I want you to do your homework. So notice that in this sentence we have a subject want, which is I, a verb one, which is want, and a subject two, you, and a verb two, which is to do. The verb want is a verb that expresses wish or desire. So the equivalent in Spanish of I want you to do your homework will be quiero, I want, que, notice that we add that linking word, hagas, you, to do, la tarea. So every time we want to use weirdo in Spanish, we need to have a subject want and a verb one. We need to add the linking word que, and we need to have the subject to and a verb to. So let's take a look at a second example. I want him to call me. So again, we have subject one and verb one. In this case will be quiero. Notice that in English you use an object pronoun, him, but in Spanish it becomes que él, and then to call me is the verb. But because I am the one who is receiving the phone call, then I become either the direct or indirect object, me llame. So, quiero que él me llame is as if you were saying in English, I want that he call me or calls me. So now let's take a look at what are those verbs in Spanish that express wish or desire. So the verb desear, esperar, exigir, insistir, preferir, pedir, querer, recomendar, necesitar. These are the most common verbs that trigger the use of the subjunctive. Now let's take a look at those that trigger the subjunctive with emotion. So the verb such as alegrarse de, notice the preposition, sentir, temer, tener miedo de, again, notice the preposition, sorprender, enojar, molestar are the most common ones. Okay, so now let's take a look at the impersonal expressions. So in English, any impersonal expression has the form it's or it is plus an adjective. Such as, for instance, it's bad. The equivalent in Spanish will be es malo. So the most common ones are es bueno, es importante, es crucial, es difícil, es fácil, etc. Now let's take a look at the verbs that express doubt or denial. So the most common one is the verb dudar. Now let's take a look at these two verbs, pensar and creer. These two verbs, although they express doubt, they are verbs of opinion. And as a result, they are followed by the indicative. So if I want to say, pienso que tienes que hablar con profe, notice that I'm using the indicative instead of the subjunctive. But if I deny that and I say, no pienso que tengas que hablar con el profe, then I'm going to use the subjunctive. So again, pensar and creer, followed by que, are always followed by the indicative. No pensar and no creer, followed by que, are always followed by the subjunctive. So, in summary, the structure of the subjunctive is subject 1 and verb in indicative, linking word que, subject 2 and verb 2 in subjunctive. When we want to express wish, emotion, impersonal expression, give recommendation, doubt, or with expression of Allah. And that's it for today.